listening to Opinions and Beer.
Stone Cold Steve Austin knows that the Opinions and Beer podcast exists in this world. And opinions and beer. Two guys and another guy will never happen again.
Like,
I don't know shit.
No, I don't know shit.
So, do you know about Bullet Club and all that?
I know about
New
that
Japan?
Bullet Club.
New Japan, all that?
I'm not a fan of Bullet Club.
Okay, so at Impact, Kenny Omega came out, and then Jay White came out.
Oh,
New
did he
Japan.
really?
Yeah, I did. I was nerding out, dude.
You were nerding out.
Yeah.
If this sounds good, we're going to keep this intro just because
Give it a
quit
try.
watching.
I quit watching.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you got to think, though, we were handled, like, you remember the Attitude Era, so we had,
Absolutely.
like, the best thing ever,
Yeah,
and then
it
it
was
just dropped.
downhill
Yeah,
from there. And it was still kind of interesting all the way up to, like, some year. I couldn't even tell you now. I remember whenever the whole, like, big thing about, like, whenever that Paige Devo was coming onto the scene was around the time that I stopped watching.
Yeah.
Not because of her. Totally unrelated, but
Paige, if you hear this, no, I'm just kidding.
fighting with my family was a great move.
It's like, now that you're away from Alberto Del Rio, after that drama. Drama. Oh, jeez. Oh, Ed Ray.
Hey, can I get a
we'll do it in
water?
second.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, wrestling's, you're a big fan of wrestling.
Huge fan, yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is Opinions and Beer. We are here with Jericho. That's right, Chris Jericho from the band Fozzy. He wrestles at AEW. He's now a part of Rehab. My God, Chris Jericho, how are you doing?
Good.
Wait 1 second. That doesn't sound like Chris Jericho. What the hell's going on? I've been swindled. How'd you get this name Jericho?
I got the name from actually the Bible.
Jericho?
That was my second.
Yeah,
that was my
Jericho,
second
yeah.
reference. Thank you very much.
But it was funny actually when we did a show with Fozzy, and we were backstage or whatever. And I saw Chris Jericho. We were talking. He's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Jericho." He's like, "For real?" And I was like, "Jericho," and he's like, "For real?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's my son's name too." And he's like, "Man, that's really cool." So yeah. So no, I'm not Chris Jericho. I am just Jericho from the band Rehab, and also a solo artist. So yeah, that's me. But I do love wrestling. So
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. How long you been into wrestling?
forever, man.
Forever.
Since I was a little kid. Yeah.
What makes you like AEW? We were just talking about it earlier. What is it that sparks your interest about the AEW product?
It's something new, and it's not boring, and it's just new stuff, man.
Do you ever hear like the criticism from people like Jim Cornette? People like that who maybe criticize that their style is a bit against the grain and kind of offensive to traditionalists?
It is, but they're getting better. They're working on it, man. You got to think most of those people are indie artists, and so they're coming over and they're indie artists, indie wrestlers, and they're learning.
Yeah, shit, that makes me want to watch it.
Yeah.
You know, like at first I was like, I'm sure it's the same as every wrestler. But if it's against the grain and different, then I'm gonna watch it.
Recently, I was trying to dig deep of what my affliction may be with the product.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think I come to the point that I feel like I'm not sure they earned this. I think they bought it. I think Tony Khan paid for this. It was not earned.
What, the success?
You know what I mean?
The success?
It's kind of like Jurassic Park. You know, it looks cool, but it's going to go down in a blaze of blood because he did not earn that. He did not earn the knowledge. He did not earn the knowledge. He paid for the knowledge.
No, he's a super fan from way back. No, it means that he's a super fan of the product, so he's been studying it. He just happened to have money to do something with it. And you got to think, he's got people like Kenny Omega, the best wrestler there, period, right now.
Oh, my God.
Dude, he's got Chris Jericho, which to me is like one of the best wrestlers right now. He's got, he's got Brian Kay. He's just got so many talented people. Pentagon, they got Ray Phoenix from Lucha. It's like they got all of it. If they can learn how to sell a little bit better and take their time, I think it is weird when you see someone do like a somersault and land on their stomach on the concrete and they get up like up. It's like you got to sell a little bit.
They still have that
no selling indie.
It's like that indie ingrained in them where everything's a high spot. And that was one of my biggest problems with whenever people would show me what you were just like the Bullet Club and stuff like that. especially the Young Bucks. I think that's what it is. I think I just don't like the Young Bucks style.
Yeah.
And ever since people are, look at this, I'm like, I don't know what they're doing. They're just jumping off the thing.
Yeah, I like the real technical wrestling, the high flying shit. You know.
Yeah. Well, like me and my son went and watched Impact the other night, and this is getting super nerdy, but you know how when a tag match you got the ropes that you're the actual rope that you're supposed to hold on to. Like, you can't just walk around the ring and tag somebody. And my son was like, what are those ropes for? And I was like, explaining that's so you hold on to make a legal tag. He's 5. I was probably over his head. But that's like a lost art, too. Like, they'll just run around, tag anybody. It's like you're supposed to hold on to the rope and can't go all the way to the end of the – so things like that have gone, but I think they're bringing it back because it is weird. There are rules in wrestling for a reason. Like, there's rules in any kind of sport. It makes up for the storyline, you know.
Yeah.
How do you cheat if there's no rules? You know what I mean?
But so yeah, that is kind of weird. Like I feel like he watched a lot of ECW is what happened.
A lot of extreme.
This is I had the biggest probably my biggest problem. We used to have this buddy named Cody, hardcore Cody Durham.
Oh, I remember
back in our backyard wrestling days.
And he didn't really have any
and all he knew how to do was hit people with a weapon.
Yeah,
you know,
he's one of those kids.
You give him a baseball bat and ball fire.
Well, he thought ECW was, you know, God's gift to wrestling.
Yeah,
and
it was a good
that and CZW. He's just all in the CZW.
I was in the ECW, but it was good to have that alternative. You know, you had WCW, ECW. But actually, I just had my first wrestling match in a company called TPW, which is hardcore wrestling, and. It's funny. I haven't put it out there like that. The fans hated my guts, but I'm down. And this wrestler, Brad, he tried to cut my head while I was down, and you can hear me scream like a girl. Yeah, and I was like, no, he had a sharp piece of wood, and I was like, you know, I'm jumping up, and anyways, I got away from him, but he was really going to slip my head open, I guess. I was like, whoa.
No, he's actually had stitches.
Oh, nice.
He had to get stitches from me.
Oh, wait, what?
He just had a fluorescent light across the face.
Yeah, I had a fluorescent light. We've done all the crazy. We've done the crazy stuff too. But I also had one of the best technical backyard wrestling matches of all time against Vincent Von Crow. People, you agree? Yes, he agrees.
All right.
I'd have to go back and watch it.
Backyard wrestling.
I was the best.
What was funny is before y'all came here, they were hauling out lights, and I was thinking in my head how cool it would be to break that over somebody's back. But
I can't look at a fluorescent light and not think that these days.
The best place to find them is in like school dumpsters.
Dumpsters, yeah.
Like old used lights, they just toss in there, and they place them nicely because you can't really break them.
They went too far though. Like some of those hardcore is like too much.
Yeah.
ECW I think had the right balance sometimes, but yeah.
But anyways, you are with the band Rehab. How did you get into that band?
Crazy story. So I'll try to break it down. I was signed to a label. It was blah blah blah, and they were attached to Capitol. So it was like the label was a sub label. So like Walmart and then their gas station Murphy's. I was signed to the gas station at Murphy's. You know what I'm saying? And
elegant way to put it.
Yeah, and that's why I try to explain to people. But Walmart was pushing it, right? So it did not work out at all, and I got out legally because they pretty much breached a contract, and it's not Capitol didn't breach a contract. It was the company I was with. They were just like, you know, they probably don't even know who I am or anything like that. So anyways, didn't work out, and I was pretty bummed, man, but I was thankful that I got out of the deal, and I was like, man, I'll never get in another deal in my life. So I seen Danny had done a song, and I reached out to him on Twitter, and I said, hey, bro, what would you charge me to do a verse or a hook or something like that? And he's like, for you, nothing. And I was like, okay, this is a fake account. You know what I mean? This dude don't know me. And I said, who is this? And he's like, no, it's Danny. I was like, if it's Danny, call me. And I gave him my number, and he called me. And he's like, what's up, man? Like, he's like the most down-to-earth person ever, right? And he was just helping me, like, teaching me stuff. And we started messing around, and we were going to do a group called The Scrapes. And we went to Nashville and recorded an album. Shout out to Jason Tomlinson for helping out with that whole situation. And we're up there recording, and a dude heard it that was with a distribution company. He's like, hey, man, if you call this Rehab, I'll give you some money. So like Danny's like, do you care if we go back to rehab? I was like, I don't care. What, you know what I mean? Yeah, sure, whatever. And so that's really how it happened. And then it was like, boom, it just took off. Like tour started immediately. Album dropped. I think we were like number 7 when it came out. And it was a good, good thing. And Danny's, I can't speak highly enough about Danny. Just like I had nothing to offer Danny at all. Like, I just got this terrible record deal. I didn't, it didn't do good at all, and I had nothing to offer him, and he gave me an opportunity and a way to provide for my family that I would have never had, without him, and I'm thankful for that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
Is there any, what's it like, though, coming into, because, I mean, rehab, there's many iterations of rehab. What's it like having to come in and, I don't want to say shadow, but kind of be like a shadow to like the past members. Yeah, well, and that's a good way to put it. That's my next album name, In the Shadows. No, I'm just kidding. No, but you get people like, oh man, you replaced Brooks or you replaced Jones. It's like, no, I didn't replace them. Steak Knife. They're irreplaceable. You know what I'm saying? Like they did their own thing, and I'm just here. I'm not replacing nobody because those 3 people are so talented. You can't replace. There's no replacing that. Yeah.
But I'm still close with Steak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's my buddy, man. And I love him to death.
Oh, yeah.
And but never met Brooks. I met Jones. Jones has always been very cool, and Jones is just killing it right now. So congratulations to him. And. But yeah, so I came in and, there were some people hating, some people, like came in and people were like, you destroyed rehab. I'm like, what do you mean?
I ain't even done anything.
Yeah, and I was going back reading texts. They did that to everybody. It's all good,
Oh, yeah.
And I don't get every new member, they're like, oh, you're destroying rehab. But, yeah, it's all good, man. And the coolest thing about the whole rehab thing is there's been fans that literally have become like some of my best friends.
Yeah.
And before shows, I hang out in the crowd. I'm not like always back here. I like to hang out with people because I'm just normal and I'm just blessed that I get to do this. Like, you know what I mean? How lucky am I?
How dare you be normal?
Yeah. And so I like hanging out with people and
relatable.
Yeah. So like Fonte, Joe, Hess, or Cass, and then Wendy, Rumsey. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Jay, and there's a bunch of people, man. But they became like family to me. And so it's cool, man. It's if nothing else ever came of this but them, it's been well worth it. And I know I'm forgetting somebody, but please forgive me.
Hell yeah. We're going to take this segment and do the beer of the day.
The beer of the day.
Today's beer of the day is brought to you by B52 Brewing. This is a strawberry funnel cake sour coming in at 7% ABV.
We've had a lot of B52s, at least twice or 3 times.
Look,
right?
I don't know. I never had a sour that's warmed up, so we're gonna see.
Oh, I'm sure it's still a little cold. It'll just be more potent. Oh man, you were the worst.
You're the
Give
worst.
Me that thing. Give it.
You're the worst.
You ruined it.
You need to calm down.
It looks strawberry.
I know
Here's
it's
your
not
glass of foam, sir.
I'm used to sours nowadays being the color of slime, like Nickelodeon slime.
You were a beer connoisseur. Don't know how to pour a proper
And when
glass of beer.
when you see sours that are the color they're supposed to be, it's like, ugh. No, I'm not.
Adam, you're breaking my heart.
No. Especially like we have a local brewery in Beaumont called Struggle Street, and all their sours all colorful and look like a dang sherbet ice cream.
I think there's like chunks in there at the bottom.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Oh, it's probably just
It's
like
an
yeast.
old beer.
No, it's probably yeast cakes. A lot of them,
Oh, okay.
It's kind of hard.
Doesn't that just sound so
That
appetizing?
sounds. It's strawberry yeast cakes.
Well, lower.
Strawberry yeast cake. Oh my god.
Well, smaller breweries, it is hard to keep yeast.
Oh,
out
I
of
see what
every
you're saying.
single
Okay,
thing.
gotcha. Yeah.
And I mean, in B52, they're not small. They're actually they sell a lot, but they're still considered craft beer.
All right,
craft breweries,
cut that part of the interview. I didn't mean. I wasn't trying to bash them. I just didn't know.
No, you're fine. No, we bash shit all the time.
we
They
don't cut
give-
shit
We
here
don't
at
cut.
Opinions and Beer.
One person sued us over it.
One person sued us over it.
It definitely smells like it's like strawberries.
Strawberry. It smells like a sour.
If I don't get any funnel cake out of this, I'll be pissed.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like the PB&J sandwich where the aftertaste was like bread. So you're drinking peanut butter and jelly, and then as you get done, you taste the bread.
Really?
Like it's a fucking sandwich beer, bro. It is
Wow.
not a peanut butter and jelly beer. It's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich beer.
Huh?
Yeah.
Mind blown.
So, you gonna try this beer?
Yeah.
Let's try it. Tastes like a straight sour.
Yeah, there's. You know, you
I guess
figure
it's
they,
called a sour.
No
like-
funnel cake.
Yeah, you think they'd use the
no.
yeast to give you a funnel cake taste? Like
This is
they
probably
did
the most.
with
This
sandwich.
is probably the most disappointing
Tastes like
B52.
straight strawberry.
Oh, well, let me go back to ripping them. No, I'm just.
It is probably it is one of the more disappointing. But then again, it does say sour. It doesn't say Berliner Weiss, and that's kind of a big difference.
Oh yeah.
So let me just tell you, don't know nothing about alcohol, but so sours and Berliner Weiss are kind of in the same family. They're both sours. Berliner Weisses are going to have a more sweeter taste, and sours have straight sour taste. The problem is that breweries are not differentiating these enough, and so when I get something like this and it says sour, I'm like, oh, it's probably the popular Berliner Weisses that everyone's making. But when it turns out to be an actual kettle sour,
You're like, wow, okay.
and the difference is that sours use they use wild yeast. So basically, they basically just open their fermenters up, which is probably why there's
Sour.
extra sediment, because they just open up their fermenters and let the wild yeast make the beer. And that's what
Gotcha.
sours the beer. Berliner Weisses use controlled sours, and so it's kind of like so it gives it more. You get more of the like the fruity flavors that you try to put in there and stuff.
You
but
taste more of the flavor and less. It's
basically
hard.
like a menu. It's not actually Berliner Weisses are sours that they don't actually use sour like wild yeast.
Yeah.
It's like controlled wild. It's like packaged wild yeast. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? So that's the big thing. Anyways, that was our beer.
What would you rate it?
Oh, this?
Fucking one.
I don't know. I've had better sours is the problem. 5.
Yeah.
Give it a 5.
It's
Wow,
straight
that's a pretty strong
strawberry.
score.
What, 5?
1 to 10, 5.
Yeah, 5. What's like in the middle?
Well, it's not. It's in no way bad. It's not unpleasant.
Yeah, no.
So I don't drop below a 5 if it's at least
I got
pleasant. Like, you know, they may not be hitting the mark that they're aiming for, and it may not be what I expected. But if it's not unpleasant, then I won't go below a 5.
I feel that. I rate antique stores a lot and Mexican.
You rate them?
Yeah, antique stores and Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
Have you tried Cassoulet yet?
No.
It's fine. But
you know, just craft Mexican restaurants.
so you were speaking before the end of, before we started that you're actually starting to do your own solo stuff. Right?
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
Man, during quarantine, man. So Danny's always wanted to do like Danny is like at his heart a hip hop artist. He is a boom bap loving hip hop artist, and he never gets enough credit for his like skill in that area, and super talented. Like his wordplay is crazy, but he sings so good that it's like, you know what I'm saying, people
they
and you have sitting at a bar, and you know what I'm saying. But anyways, so he was like, man, I'm gonna do this, and we started working on something. I was just like, man, this really ain't my thing. You've always wanted to do this. Get it, man. You know what I'm saying? And so he did. I think he did like 6 albums, dude, during quarantine. If not, I think he.
Is
Honestly,
that what he's slowly releasing right now?
yeah, is
Okay.
the boom bap stuff. But
Yeah.
I think we figured up he had 80 songs done.
Oh,
Damn.
Like this dude, literally, when you go to his place, he's got just notebooks of stuff. It blows my mind because it takes me forever to write a song, but super talented. So he did that, and I was like, man, I'm gonna record a song. I did, and it went well. And then I did another song, and it went well. And then I did this dumb song, and it did like 1 million in 2 days on Facebook. And I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
well, dang. So I was like, man, I'm gonna do an album. And then a guy named Bobby from he has Redneck Nation and Battlegrounds. We started talking, and just a cool, very cool dude. Him and his wife are just solid people. I went down to Florida, met with them, and so yeah, I got signed to Battleground Records, and I'm very excited. The people they have on their label is super talented, and so yeah, I'm excited that they were chose me. And I had kind of swore off labels, but these people are so genuine and so sincere that I was like, man, let's do this.
now how does that work whenever you're signed to a label and maybe Danny's signed to a different label, and and then you have to like collaborate. Do your labels have to collaborate when you go on tour or something? Or?
No, like Rehab has had so many different forms. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's all good. Danny's easygoing, I'm easygoing. So it just they don't trip about. Nobody trips about.
Okay,
anything.
that's cool. Yeah, because I know that it just depends on who you get. I guess.
Yeah,
Record labels can be. Like
if we were with like a super duper big label, they would probably be trying to get it. But I'd
you
never
can only tour with our people.
Yeah, I would never want to do that anyways.
But
yeah, there's plenty of occasions where bands tour together that aren't on the same label. It happens.
Yeah, but a lot of bands.
But I think what he's saying is, for instance, like if I was with like we'll just throw Universal out there, they'd be wanting some of the Rehab money. You know what I mean? Like, let me get in there. So.
Piece of the pie, and then certain labels, they want you to tour with their artists.
Yeah.
And only their artists. Like, no, when you go on tour, you're going to go on tour with these people.
Yeah.
We want you to go.
Yeah.
So,
or they'll
that's pretty cool.
Segue their own artists, and they're like, you can have this tour, but he's got to go with you.
Yeah. So,
like having to bring your little brother along.
So, yeah. I know. Yep, I'm lost.
No, you're good. We were talking about that. The project, we hope, comes out in September is what we're thinking, late September. And I'm getting ready to go to Florida and shoot all the videos at once. And that way we'll have them all done and not have to wait around and shoot other videos. So hammer out the videos. And, yeah, man, I don't know the name of the album yet. I got a couple ideas.
You said you already filmed the videos? Or you're about
No, we're going to. I'm going to go down to Florida and shoot them all at once.
That's pretty cool.
The album's got like 1.5 more songs done, and we're finished with it. I'm very pleased. They're very down to earth and let me have full creative control of what I believe and what I like, which is amazing. They're not trying to tell me what to do and what not to do, and they've definitely had success before in a major way. So I'm excited to see what'll happen.
So do you have any ideas for your music videos?
Yeah, I do. I just can't put it out there yet. Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah,
I'm their lock and key, man.
I'll tell y'all off the record. Yeah.
It's like he already said he doesn't cut nothing. I got to be careful.
Yeah.
He said,
I'm like, don't worry, we'll cut this one.
Yeah.
So you're saying that some of your songs get hitting pretty good viewership and stuff. So has the Illuminati contacted you yet? And what did they say?
No, not yet. I doubt they. will.
When they do contact you, what will you accept?
No, definitely not. I'm good. I'll just tell them I'm happy being independent.
Okay.
But yeah, the music business has got some weird people, man. It's the higher up you go, I'm not going to drop any names, but I was at this one place and this dude had you can't make this stuff up, man. This rock on a string, and he was asking the rock questions and talking to the rock, and he was being serious.
No.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, man, these people are like...
He was like really asking the rock questions?
Yeah.
Like, was he being filmed?
No, he was... No.
That's just pet rock, bro.
He was just walking around with it?
Yeah, and he has it on a string, and I guess if it goes this way, it's yes. Dude, you got... and then, you go to these other artists. I don't know what it is like the award shows and stuff, and everybody's so egotistical and like pretending they're better than everybody. It's like, dude, nobody, like, come on, man.
Cares, bro.
And when you're signed to a label, it's unless you're someone like Drake or Rihanna, you're not really making money like that anyways to a major label. They're they got you, it's a bank loan, and then you're paying it back, and so it's delusional to think that we're better than anybody, and it's weird, man. I'd rather just hang out with my friends and normal people, and
Hell yeah.
you know what I mean?
All you weird fucking celebrities are too much, goddammit.
But even
That's the kind of artists you want to get behind and stuff. That's the kind of artists that people like,
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous, man. But yeah, it's just...
So any chance you'll be wearing like a meat dress?
No.
Not a meat dress or nothing. Not into that, I guess.
I wouldn't count
I
out
wonder who
anything.
shot that idea to her. Like, hey, we want to put you in. Now, I would eat a dress made out of meat, but I wouldn't wear one.
You should come out in like a
It's
hamburger
like, bro,
suit.
like, I would do it in a cooked meat
look,
dress.
yeah.
All right? You lost me at Raw.
Well, I've been wanting to do something where like I tape burgers to my nipples, and then I eat them during like a performance.
Yeah.
But I just don't know how I would take. It's hard to take burger meat.
I would assume so.
It's like that's not a political message or anything. I just like burgers.
It's like fuck PETA. No. Are you a vegan?
No.
Okay,
No.
just making sure before you say fuck PETA.
The whole
You asking that after you say fuck PETA?
the whole vegan thing is funny, anyways.
Oh, yeah.
They I don't know, dude. It's a trip.
Man,
That's the-
I'm not pulling the pin on that grenade.
I will. No, it's like
It's just,
you
it doesn't-
become vegan and then you eat all this processed stuff that's worse than the, you know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
And then,
Oh, yeah.
They're just, it's not healthy to live that way, man. Like, they're all scrawny as a twig.
Huh, Ed Ray? Ed Ray, you could have joined this conversation. No? Okay.
Does he look like a man with something to say?
Maybe.
Are you a man with something to say? He's not a man with something to say.
He joins us sometimes, but I think he's gonna be he's gonna be more filming and taking pictures in a moment, whenever done. But he doesn't like beer. He's a wine guy.
Oh, okay.
More of a wine guy.
He has a wine segment on our show.
Sometimes.
Does he do that
yeah.
or?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Smells it.
Smells
puts
Really?
Puts his pinky out.
Pinky, Colorasi, very Colorasi type of guy.
What's Colorado?
He's a very serious man as well.
Yes, I see that.
He's very. He takes no shit.
He takes no shit.
His backyard wrestling name is Super Danger, and I've kicked his ass. And I'll kick it again, motherfucker. but anyways, I'm sorry. We're just
you're
kind of
good.
being go crazy.
You're good.
I do sometimes miss those days, man.
What the backyard wrestling
Oh,
days?
yeah.
You don't even know what to. I try to get you to do a reunion.
Well, I know, I'm
reunion
old as
battle.
fuck now.
Old
It
as
hurts.
fuck. You're barely 30.
I'm 35, and it's because of the backyard wrestling days now. No, he's like, hey man, you want to get together and do this shit again? Like, bro, I
Dude,
can't
I don't-
do a Hurricanrana anymore.
I don't know why this is my okay. So this is my thing that people that don't understand wrestling and they say it's fake, whatever, blah blah blah. It's like they should just look at the way a wrestling ring is built.
Oh yeah.
It does not feel good to get slammed on wood,
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
all. It's planks
I don't
of
care
wood.
if it's springs or not. It's wood. You're getting slammed
And
on.
when you say a spring, it's one big spring in the middle, and it's not bouncy.
Oh, no.
It's don't feel good at all.
Probably makes it hurt worse.
What are those boards called? They're not 2x4s. They're the big planks are.
You should know. You're a wood man.
Well, I was gonna say, I thought for a second you were talking about like the
Come on, constructor.
particle wood. shit.
No, not
On
that, dude. I'm talking
I would
about.
go through that.
Yeah.
Dude, some of that shit gets pretty strong, but
No, this wood is like as thick as this daggum bar
Like a-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4x4, not a
No,
four, like
it's. I don't know what it's called, but they don't feel good, and it's not very bendable. You know what I mean? It's it don't have much give to it.
2x6.
Maybe.
Now I'm thinking about wood.
Yeah, I
Oh
don't know.
my.
That's what she said.
You think about?
It's yeah, very very painful. But
Yeah.
yeah, I got a bunch of funny wrestling stories.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're big into wrestling. Like
Yeah.
you just said, you early in the episode, you talked about how you were doing the wrestling. Did you ever do backyard wrestling?
Well, that TPW, they're not backyard wrestling, but it's straight. It's the
spirit of backyard
ECW
wrestling.
reincarnated.
They have a
over
ring,
again.
probably, huh? They have a ring.
Yeah, they have a
Yeah, we
ring.
didn't have a ring.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
we got slammed in the gravel.
Ground.
Oh, wow.
Gravel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get done and there's like particle of
You're pouring
rocks.
gravel
But
on
those
your
times,
wrist.
but those times as being young and doing that stuff is so.
Oh yeah, we
it's
were
so
so
Being
fun.
young.
We were like,
This is
yeah,
last
we're
year.
hardcore. Yeah. Oh, I should have said last week. What have we been
We,
partying?
we had we lived in this trailer park in outside of Nashville, and we would
This is
do
gonna be
these
a good story.
these matches as like, we were 15, 16, and we would do where if you climbed over the fence, we had this big wooden fence, you would win, and dude,
Oh,
we
yeah.
would be power bombing
Oh,
off the
yeah,
fence,
dude, just
pulling
straight
people's
into that.
pants down, dude. We were fighting for
ground, man.
fighting for it. Yeah.
I remember that.
Uh,
Air getting knocked out of you, instant headache.
Yeah.
Now, when we
Yeah.
first started, we were able to do ladder matches because we had we used to have a trolley in
Yeah.
the backyard that went from like the top, and we would be able to we would be able to like hang a title up there or something, and we could do ladder matches. But since then, I think we ended up having to go to like playgrounds and go to like there's like this tower thing, and we put
We had,
the
like,
title on top of the
special
tower,
events called,
and we
like,
had a fight.
Hell's Playground. That was
Oh yeah,
one of our
Hell's
special
Playground. I
events.
think
Yeah.
that's where we went
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
playground, And like, and we had a really good shot of like two of us are climbing up the side, and then one person's climbing up the middle. Like, it made no sense. He was climbing up the middle. He couldn't reach it, but still, visually,
still fun. Yeah.
Visually looked good.
We got my little boy. He's 5, and I have a 1.5-year-old. But we got a trampoline, and I got him a toy belt, and that's the big thing.
how
Is
it
go
started,
wrestle
bro.
out on the trampoline.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. Like,
Oh yeah, dude. Our fighting started on the trampoline, and then I don't know if we got tired of the trampoline or we just.
No, I mean we were
It
on a
broke.
trampoline at
Yeah.
fucking 20.
Yeah, at 20. Calm down. About 20. Don't listen to him. I was still afraid of the ground, man.
No, we grew out of it. Yeah, we had some pretty solid runs for backyard wrestling. And it was kind of funny. People would get mad at us, and they would try. Like we were talking about Cody Durham, who was into ECW and stuff.
Yeah.
He was all like, "Well, I'm gonna start my own because you're not booking it hardcore enough." And then he'd go and try to start his own, and it was all like, nobody showed up, or like he had to like fight his cousin, or something.
Over and over and over
Over and
again.
over. I don't know. But everyone always used to threaten me with like, well, we're going to do our own backyard wrestling.
they weren't getting over enough in y'all's federation.
No, they would always come back. They would always come back. They're like, yeah, we can't. We
didn't
couldn't
work.
figure it out.
That would be my dream if I had enough time to have a little small federation
Oh,
in
yeah.
town and just do like. I just like writing stories and all that.
I
stuff.
dream about it still,
yeah.
even though it's
Yeah.
been past. Like I think about bringing it back sometimes. I always check the prices at a pro. Wrestling Monster Rings.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be checking their prices. I'm like, hey, look, they have a finance option now. Oh, I don't know if I can cover that.
Yeah.
We're not above starting opinions in beer wrestling.
Oh my god.
The gimmick is the wrestlers will be drunk.
Oh my god. But wrestling's always cool. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. People don't understand how hard it is to do anything. You know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. You gotta have some
Organized
kind of
anything.
Like you have to, even if it's like backyard
athleticism.
wrestling,
Yeah.
it has to be structured.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, or people. That's why I said like people. They like, we're gonna do our own thing. Yeah, but no, you don't understand. I made sure that I was obsessed to the point where I was like, you people need to be here
Yeah.
on this date, so we can do the matches.
Right.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
I was like dedicated.
So
I piss
many
people
days
off.
where,
He gets mad if I go pick him up for podcasting. You know?
No.
He's like,
But no,
oh,
like,
my
there would be
weed
so many
dealer's
days where
not
it's
here
like,
yet.
I'm like wrestling, and I do not want to be. But it was booked, it was scheduled. It's like I'd forget about it and be like, oh, dude, it's Thursday. You ready to wrestle? Like, oh, fuck, that was today. You know, and then I'd be out there like, let's do this. You know. But I'm a professional, damn it, and I brought it.
So-
Goddamn.
So, what's your interest music?
Like what kind of music I'm into?
No, your interest
You said
music for
intro.
wrestling.
Oh, entrance.
Intro. You sounds like you were saying interest
Oh,
music.
really?
Yeah, I was like interest. I've never heard that put that way. I use a little bit of everything, man.
Oh, do
Yeah.
You don't have like a one song you enter to?
No, I
Oh,
like
my
I like
goodness.
throwing out some different stuff, some like old '80s stuff.
Throwing
that
off
really,
the audience, you know?
yeah.
Of course, he's an AEW fan. No. He did. His was Sex and Violence, but
By
then
the Exploited.
we did do a remix where
Like
it has
a
like Sex and
collaboration.
Violence, and then was like when woo, you've been misled because he came back from like the death.
Okay.
Death Lord.
And then he came out to Jazz.
Yeah, it's just
What was like Symphony of the no? What was that called? Symphony of Destruction? No, that's wrong.
yeah, I was like, that's that's Zelda, bro.
And then and then I would come out to like Last Resort by Papa Roach.
Oh, nice.
no matter how much the times progress, he never changed that.
Well, I did. I changed it to an 8-bit version one time.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
That is the opposite direction, bro.
But anyways, we talk about a lot about wrestling probably, but I'm so into it. It's so awesome to meet someone who's into wrestling.
Yeah, dude.
So Jericho,
You fucked it up.
calm the fuck down. So Jericho, what's your musical influences?
Man, my biggest musical influence ever is Johnny Cash. I guess just because he didn't have the best voice, but he reached a huge audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it just showed like you don't have to be perfect, or like, you know what I'm saying. You can just be you, and he was who he was. Outcast as far as hip hop goes, and then of course Sublime.
hell yeah.
So
I love all those.
Yeah,
those are all great influences.
those are like my three
Now,
big ones.
Now tell me again, your solo stuff. That's
Under Jericho.
no, yeah, your solo as Jericho. What's the you're doing like a multi-genre thing? Or is it just hip hop?
No, it's hip hop, but it's got a little bit of influence of probably all three of those.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's just
Well, who's your hip hop influence?
Outkast.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think for some reason, you know what it is. For the longest time, Outkast was labeled under like Reggie or something. I don't know.
Reggie?
No, I don't know.
It's not exactly Dro, bro.
It's like a weird like off punk.
Oh, you mean reggae?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reggie.
I knew what he meant, but I was like, I'm not going to call him out. I'm not going to call him out.
I was like, it's like Reggie music, bro. It's not like high quality music.
I was like,
I say things wrong all the time.
okay. I knew what you meant, but I was like, I ain't going to call him out.
I did not. My mind didn't even go there. Again,
Everybody on there for a few minutes will be like, Reggie music.
yeah. Oh, that's why it's like, oh, reggae. Oh, yeah.
Reggae. Yeah, we were talking about wrestling so much. Now it's still in my head. Now I'm like
No, it's all good, man. I hope that I can eventually work with some wrestling companies and get some of my songs on as entrance songs for them.
Oh yeah, that'd be
yeah.
nice.
I'm really working on that very hard. So,
how many songs do you have?
this will be an EP. It'll have 8 songs and 8 or 9, and we'll shoot probably 7 videos.
Hell yeah!
And yeah, man, I'm excited. We got a lot of big things coming, so I'm excited, man.
Is there anyone that you'd like to collaborate with? That you have eyes set on collaborating with?
Man, you know what? I really like. There's a couple big artists that I would like to collaborate with. Dream World, Post Malone, but like I really like collaborating with artists that nobody really knows that are kind of in helping them the same way I've been helped, and because there's so many dope artists that nobody really knows about, and maybe I could help them in some ways, you know.
And sometimes that's all it takes is just like getting them in on what you're doing, and like the world, like your fans hear this person,
right?
Next thing you know, they're that person has fans.
Yeah,
it spreads from there.
Exactly.
Like wildfire.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. Is there any like of these like southern I guess country is it country rap hip hop? What was it called? Hip hop that you're into?
I mean, I'm happy for all those guys. Like Upchurch is doing so well. Yeah. Adam and John. You know, Poe. There's a bunch of them, and they're all doing well. Yeah. And if they can stop fighting each other, and just most of them
each other.
There's a lot of arguing going on.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, but not with. I'm not saying the people I named are doing that. I'm just saying in that genre, it's literally like
some tweet battles.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's constant. But there's enough money in that market if they'll just chill and make good music and keep doing what they're doing. It'll be good, man. Everybody can get, money. When I was younger, I used to think the whole beef thing was funny and all that and cool, and I liked it. But as you get older and you're an artist, you're like, man, you know what? That's their job, and you're kind of hurting their family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when you tarnish their name.
Yeah, like 50 Cent literally ruined Ja Rule's life. You know what I mean? Musically, and it's like
I forgot
you could
about
literally mess up somebody's whole money situation just by being. You know, I don't get into all
like
that.
Now we'll never know like how far he could have been on top. But 50 Cent's ruined that shit.
But when Eminem did it, I loved it. But now that I'm older, I'm like, it kind of sucks. But anyways, I want to help other people, man, and I want to help other artists. And Bobby from Battleground Records is helping me, and so I just want to return the favor and help other artists, and get them a way to provide for their family and do this professionally.
Hell yeah, man! That's very noble of you.
Yeah, man.
See, he's that's with the whole down to earth artist. That's what you get. Like other artists, it's the egotistical artists that are trying to destroy all the other artists around them.
Yeah, but dude, that's like it reminds me going back to high school when you had people that like would pick on other people. It's like, dude, they had their own issues, and you look at it and you're like, dang, man, when they get older and their life is different than they were in high school. and it's not as cool as they thought it was going to be. It's like, dude, they had issues at home, and it's still that way, but they never grow out of that for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, just be you, and it's all good, man. We don't have to fight everybody. We don't have to, put other people down to put ourselves up.
So I guess final question before we kind of wrap this one up. What's like the hardest part about being a musician for you?
Okay, that's a good question. The hardest part is, so I'm married and I just had my third little baby girl. So I have 2 boys and a little girl. And just being away from them is hard. And I'm very open with my wife about being on the road and all that. And I hope that she trusts me because I wouldn't do anything. She lets me go out and to do this. And I probably wouldn't let her go out and do this, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be too jealous, truthfully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she lets me go out and do this, so I give her the utmost respect, and I hope she knows that, honey, on the podcast, I'm 100% faithful, and she knows that. And my little boys, I hate being away from them. But if I worked a normal job, I wouldn't be home till 7:00 at night anyway. So when I'm home, I'm home, and when I'm gone, I'm gone. And but life on the road is not like what everybody makes it out to be. They're like, oh, you get to see everything. It's like, no, you see gas stations, dirty bathrooms, restaurants, and hotels. Like, I try to make a point to go see things, and when I'm in town, like we're going to Dallas, and I'm going to try to go see stuff while I'm there. But yeah, other than that, just being away from family is hard, and then get put on a pedestal, and it's like, man, we are glorified carnies is all we are, dude. Like, that's it. We're traveling.
That's a crazy way to put it.
Dude, I tell people that, like, that's it.
Travel and entertain. You travel and entertain.
And it's just we're a little bit cooler, or they think we're a little bit cooler. Carnies are probably cooler than us, but they think we're a little bit cooler.
Man, I've met carnies are cool fucking people.
I've met some that are not cool though too. No, that's what it is. It's just like we're just traveling and get to do, like, we're blessed to do music, like, obviously. But yeah, man, that's the hardest part of being an artist. And nowadays with the internet, everybody can talk crap about you, stuff they would never say to your face. They'll get on there, you suck, or you see it all the time. Like, why do you waste your time telling an artist that they, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I see it all the time. People, like, other artists get bent out of shape about it. I'm like, dude, these people, that's just what they live for, dude.
So, dude, I don't even read the comments anymore, man. Like,
yeah.
Dude, like, I've never read one comment on one Opinions and Beer episode.
Oh, no, because the last one, they just...
Oh, yeah, dude, my phone went off during an Opinions and Beer episode, and the comment section tore me apart for it.
Because it was Kung Lao from the new Mortal Kombat movie.
And they're like, so tell them up to shut his fucking phone up. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro, do you not have a phone?
And then someone started ripping off you because you hate Jackie Chan. Because remember, I mentioned that you hate Jackie Chan.
Oh, see, I didn't read that comment.
And they were like,
I don't hate him. I got burnt out on him quick.
Because Kung Lao was like, I can't talk to no one that doesn't like Jackie Chan, because he's also part of, like, Jackie Chan's stunt team. Like, he's like a big part of that.
That's funny.
So it was crazy. So
wait,
I guess another last question. You are touring a lot. How many tours you've been on?
Like, when I started rehab, so before rehab, I was constantly on the road too. And then when I started rehab, I was constantly on the road. So I've been on and off for 8 years or something. Like, it's just been a nonstop tour. It's cool though, because I'm getting used to places and cities that are cool. You're like, oh, I remember this place and that and that. But yeah, I just been touring nonstop for probably 8 or 9 years.
Hell yeah. I seen that y'all are going to Gas Monkey after this.
Yeah.
Which is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Is there like a venue that you just absolutely love and are excited about?
Favorite venue, period, every time is in Flint, Michigan. It's called the Machine Shop.
Machine Shop? Flint, Michigan?
Well, what's
don't they have like dirty water?
I knew he was going to comment on that.
No, I asked him that.
Flint,
don't you have?
It's weird because there's nothing in that city but that place is the dopest venue there is, man. Like, everybody comes there and hangs out too. Like, Kid Rock might be there one night, just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like this is from Michigan.
He ain't been there when I was there, but I'm saying him and owner Kevin are tight, and Kevin's like the coolest dude in the world. Google the Machine Shop, dude. I'm telling you, like, their merch is off the chain. Their staff is cool, and it's just a cool experience, man.
Probably like. I imagine, given how much you love it probably got a great atmosphere.
Yeah,
So,
you can tell this guy's a heel. The face answer was Vidor, Texas.
No, man,
But that's That's just our opinion.
Well, I haven't played here yet, so
People don't even know that Vider, Texas has a venue yet. You know?
Is there any questions that we missed that you would like to touch on before I do my whole little?
No, I'm glad to be in Vider now that you said that. And
Heck yes.
And this venue, I think,
And a good recovery.
the owner, the owner, she was talking to me, and I think she's gonna really make this a dope music venue. She's really, she's got some great ideas, and I think she's gonna work hard, and this place is gonna be.
Dude, yeah, I
dope.
think this is the greatest for Vider. Like, people in Vider have been screaming for like something just like this for years, you know?
In a bowling alley.
And a bowling.
But that's just our opinion.
Can we do a bowling alley in a venue? No.
And that's fine, because all we have here are opinions and
beer. You fucking ruined it.
beer.
Thank y'all for the interview. Much love, and stay tuned for Danny's interview.
We are a million and billion.